exchange. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's that there's been a relative calm and relative peace. There's been no bombing as such from the air. So people have had a chance to come together. I'm sure the resistance, now that it's able to come out into the open, has been able to uh, regain some form of governmental and civic control over what's happening on the ground. And what we're seeing is a reconnection of the kind of civil order that's required in every society to allow things to function. So the longer that the people in Gaza, including the resistance groups, have this respite, have this breathing space, the quicker they can retrieve the bodies from under the rubble to make sure that food is distributed to people in need and not stolen or hijacked by criminal thugs, as happened before in the northern part of Gaza, who were protected by Israeli quadcopters, and that there isn't the assassination of the drivers of the food aid trucks by the Israeli army, and the shooting and the bombing of people like the Flour massacre, where people had gathered to get food. So the longer there's a respite from the genocidal intent of the Zionist regime, then the sooner you will see civil society become more organised, come to the fore, and then the resistance and the people and the health ministry and the police and the civil infrastructure can help to clear the roads, provide more shelter for people in need, and hopefully more clothes and shoes for the children, who have suffered probably more than any individual group in Gaza. There's actually a demonstration in Dublin today, a national demonstration for Palestine, which I'm attending. So I'm having to leave now to make my way to Dublin. But it's great to see peace, normality, hope, and strength coming from Gaza, and long may it continue.
Right, Saunders, so far so good. Things are going as planned. Could we expect that this extends to Jenin, also on the West Bank, where we have seen a lot of attacks and aggression, incursions by the Israeli forces?
Exactly, and what is happening now in Jenin is it's like they are compensating their failure in Gaza, so they wanted to retribute against the people of Jenin. But we well know the history, the honorable history of the resistance in Jenin, and we do know that the resistance in Jenin will, at the end of the day, emerge victorious, just as the resistance in Gaza, as we know that the geographic the geography of Gaza is quite different from that of Jenin, and despite that, the resistance is Gaza has emerged victorious. So yes, we expect in Jenin what we have seen in the last decades, adding to this that something quite important that has contributed to the victory of the resistance in Gaza, and will contribute also to the victory of the resistance is Jenin, is the unity between the resistance factions. We know that this is quite important, that now the resistance factions are collaborating together, are making sure that they can collaborate together and resist the occupation, and this is quite important. And we do know that in the recent years, the Zionist occupation entity used to threaten the
Right.
resistance in Jenin and in the West Bank, that they will do with them like what they have did with the resistance in Gaza. But what you have seen, that the resistance is Gaza is stronger, is stronger, and is giving a lesson for the entire resistance movement, that when you persist, when you remain steadfast, you will emerge victorious at the end of the day, despite all the Western support for this colonial genocidal entity.
Right, Saunders, let's go back to Ahmed. And humanitarian aid is in the reconstruction of Gaza, and the people that do not have access to infrastructure and they need to get these helps. At the same time, we have seen Israelis that are saying that UNRWA must leave Palestine by the end of January. So this is going to be a fresh hunger crisis in Gaza. What do you think about that?